Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Zero Mission. In the last episode, we defeated Ridley, escaped his lair, and now we're here to do the same to Kraid. Oops. I can do mid-air morphs, even though I don't have to, since I have the jump ball. So starting off, missile left. Over here, access to the save point. Remember that one gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. Couldn't figure out how to get to that. But now we're going to move on to the right side here, and another missile expansion. They're just handing them out like candy, apparently. So, you know, screw attack making our life so much easier. I'm going to take one of these cannons up. Why the heck not? Let's get this while we're at it. You're supposed to take the long way around, in case that wasn't obvious. Oops. Thought I got a little bit more height off that, but apparently I did not. So, this is one of the music tracks that I do want to point out in particular as being one of the really great ones. And they did a really great job remixing it for this game. So, this activates these, I'm not exactly sure what to call them. The word is escaping me. Those things. That's a very apt way of putting it. But those will be active throughout Kraid's lair now, so you'll be able to use them, for example, in a boss like this. Now, you're not supposed to have super missiles for this fight. So, yeah, that's what happens when you have super missiles for this fight. Yeah, so that overed very quickly. Let's grab this missile expansion while we're here. And wow, I'm surprised that worked. I wanted to unmorph, but it didn't. In any case, though, we're not going to take the cannon back because that's for losers. It's actually it takes longer than doing the optimal wall jumping, but it's not that much of a time save, but it does kind of look impressive. So that's half the reason I go for it, is that it looks cool. So our business over in this area of Kraid is now done, which means we're gonna head back. There's no other way to get out of this area than this particular room that we came in through, so that's how we have to get out. Oop. And Windows is being disruptive and just clicked me out of the emulator window that I'm using. Unfortunately, I don't own a copy of this game that I can easily record. I have the GBA version, but I don't have it on like the Wii U Virtual Console or Wii Virtual Console or something that I could actually use to record it. So, I am, you know, using an emulator, but I do own the game, so no worries about that. So we're grabbing this missile here on our way down. Now we get to fall. It's not nearly as long as it seems, but so the way forward is actually down there to the left, but there's a missile expansion here that we ought to get. We want to get 100%. This part gets a little involved. You have these speed booster blocks, which you can destroy using the cannons. So it is possible to get this one before getting the speed booster, but just kind of takes a while because you have to destroy all these things that are in your way and then take this over. It's very involved. So now that we've gotten that, we can go back to actually making forward progress. Including this. So that block there obviously will get in your way to try to enter through the door, so gotta use the path that I just used, pick up the upgrade, and then you can escape. So we'll move on. Oh, well, that wasn't the smartest thing. Kind of worked out, but should have shot again. So again, this is another one of those rooms that just, it's so much faster when we have the screw attack, because we can just kind of run along the ground, screw attack when we need to, and we're good. So, now we're going to be facing off against Kraid here momentarily. Oops. I want to stick with missiles, actually. Right, this one doesn't fire anything at you. Alright, so, don't blink. That's the boss. You're really not supposed to have supers for this boss. It takes 3 super missiles to kill it. And that's it. That was one of the reasons that I really wanted to do Ridley first, is that that's the only way that you can get super missiles before fighting Kraid here. And for beating Kraid, we finally get the speed booster. It's going to be one of the last items that we get before heading to Tourian. Actually, it's the last major item, now that I think about it. So now that we have that, we can do a bunch of cool things. Some of them we'll be doing now, like this one. With the speed booster, we get the ability to Shine Spark, which they did kind of improve the Shine Spark mechanics in this game. In that there's now a slight pause right after you do it, so that you have more time to choose your area that you're going to. Now, what I'm doing right here, this is actually how you're supposed to get out in the speedrun, because in the speedrun you don't, or in the any percent run, I should clarify, you don't actually activate the zip lines, or, well, that's the fastest way to go about it. It's a lot more difficult than it sounds. But you can actually, complete the game, beat Kraid without activating the zip lines. And also, I came up with the term for those finally. But anyways, that's also just kind of a fast way of getting out of there. If you're getting that missile expansion, I can jump and land on the platforms that I want to. But yeah, that's all pretty snappy. And then for this one, you can Shine Spark to get it as well. You don't have to do the the jump that I did, but the jump is technically faster, since you already have the speed booster going. And that will do it for Kraid, I think. Let me double check it. There's one missile expansion left that we haven't gotten, but we cannot get that yet, so we will have to get that on a return trip. So for now, we're going to take this to get out. It's going to conveniently put us right up here where this missile expansion is. And so, wow, that only took 9 minutes. Approximately. Because we're gonna get to Tourian in this episode for sure. If we finish it, we might honestly finish it. How fast this game goes sometimes. Yeah, I mean, if you really look at it, yeah, I need to go through that door actually. I'm glad that I stopped and considered, like, oh yeah, that's the thing I need to do. Wait, 1 second. Okay. Oh, duh. I did it bad. I wasn't supposed to go up at all. Because there is a secret passage. Oh, duh. It's down here. What am I doing? With the missile expansion in it. We need to grab this side. I mean, we don't have to grab it right now, but kind of want to. So now we're going to be doing a somewhat difficult Shrine Spark trick. Now there are more complicated ones than this, but this one is a pretty complicated one. So you can do ball sparks in this game. That's actually a new thing. So you can do them off the jump ball, and of course I messed it up. Dang it. They're a bit finicky. You can see sometimes I was doing the spring ball input instead of the Shrine Spark input, so just be sure that you're moving absolutely, or you're not moving at all. You're like completely still when you do it. I think also how long you hold the A button plays into it as well. And that's how you get this one, this super missile tank right here. You have to do a ball spark like through that opening. I mean, I could say that it's not actually that hard, but it is pretty difficult, so there you go. We're gonna be getting one more expansion here. This was the one that I think probably trying to go for initially. I just forgot about the other two expansions there for a moment. This one you have to access from this side. Having the screw attack makes your life a little bit easier. You can just avoid the rippers like I did. That also works, but if you have the screw attack, then you'll just kill them if you run into them, so makes your life easier. In case you're wondering, this is the loop. Whoops. Well, I guess I'm not recharging my super missiles there anymore. But this is the loop that you're supposed to go through. Way back when we got the long beam, that's where they expect you to go. And I think the game actually forces you to come into this room once, that you get to see, these statues of Kraid and Ridley. And then that's how you know that, you need to defeat them in order to get to Tourian. Okay, well, there are Metroids in Tourian. Who would have guessed? Definitely not me. Alright, I'm just gonna double check. Alright, cool. Yeah, we are all set on items. There aren't going to be any items in Tourian for us to collect, so it's mostly just going to be a straight run through. And we're going to be killing us some Metroids. What is kind of annoying about the Metroids in this game is that they only drop 2 pickups. So they take 5 missiles to kill, or you can kill them with the super missile. So if you are just killing them with missiles and you get 2 missile packs in response, those will only give you a total of 4 missiles. So you'll actually be on a net loss for missiles going through this. And that can actually be an important thing to manage along with your super missile ammo in the 80% run. Now, for 100%, we have almost 200 missiles here, so it's not going to be a problem. It would be nice to actually get another super pack, though. That's why I'm killing them all with missiles right now, in case you were curious. As I'm trying to get up to 8, which is our current maximum right now. They're really not cooperating. Oh, wow. As soon as I say that. Alright, just to be safe, I'm going to use missiles on the rest of them. This room gets particularly fun. So with this room, the floor right here is actually a bombable floor. So the intent is that if you get a Metroid on you, as you saw happen to me once, the way to get it off you is to use bombs, but if you bomb the floor, then you'll fall into the area with more Metroids in it, so if you're not managing it properly, then it can quickly get out of hand. Alright, yeah, no, we're here. This is the save point before Mother Brain. We're only on part 3. So, getting into Mother Brain's room, we have Zevatites. They will take about 7 hits if you don't miss any shots. If you miss more, then they will start to regenerate. Yeah, having the screw attack here is actually super nice because you can screw attack through the orange rings, the Rios. You can screw attack through the shots of the turrets there. And so it just makes your life a lot easier in general. Now, Mother Brain, if you have a lot of supers, like I do, this is a super easy fight, and I really did not intend to kind of do the double pun there. Sweet. That doesn't really save a lot of time, getting that Shine Spark there, but for whatever reason, when you're running against Mother Brain, the game does count it as like continuously running, and so if you get there early enough, you can charge up the Shine Spark. But anyways, the basic gist is that she'll fire a beam at you whenever you're above the level of the 2 blocks on the ground, and then, you know, her weakness, her eye will remain open for a little bit of time there afterwards. So all you have to do is just, you know, pump her full of missiles or super missiles, and that's basically the fight. And there you go. That's an escape. We're done with the game. Wow, that was short. We clearly don't have 100% of the items, so if you've seen this game before, you know that this is not the end. But see, this is why you don't count your chickens until they're hatched. That is how the saying goes. There was an ambush waiting for her in space. One thing I do want to point out, though, is that while there are space pirate carcasses in Tourian, there weren't a lot of them there, and there weren't any space pirates, just the Metroids. I think it's implied that the Metroids kind of wiped out all the space pirates in the base, but they're supposed to be on the same side, technically. Although, you know, Metroids are wild creatures and can't really control them that well. Timing of my escape couldn't have been worse. I was attacked by space pirates and left nearly defenseless, stripped of my powers. No, you took it off, lady! All I had for protection was my rather useless emergency pistol. Infiltrating the space pirate mothership, so armed may have been foolish, but I had no choice. Could I survive long enough to escape? So really the reason that they had this segment is just because the developers wanted to. I don't think Samus really should have taken her suit off. But you can see we still have our 8 energy tanks, but now all we have is this pistol. But hey, you know, we're playing as Zero Suit Samus right now. All right, yeah, you know what? I'll get to the save point here. But yeah, our ship is gone, and we don't have our power suit, and it's just a bad time in general. That's a cool little speedrunning strat right there. You aim down, hit the first block, you'll start crawling, and then you can just shoot the second one right away, and it's super fast. Also, to answer the question of why can't Metroid crawl, here's Metroid crawling. So I don't know why you really bothered to ask that. So here, I'm gonna try to skip this one. There you go. Skipping the map stations. We don't need those. So definitely take the save here. These gold save points will also replenish your health. You start off with 99 and only 99. And I believe the space pirates coming up will do either half or your entire, like an entire energy tank worth of damage. So you don't want to skip that save point if you're being smart. In any case, though, I think this will be a good place to end off this episode. So in the next one, we're going to infiltrate the space pirate mothership and see if we can't find a way to escape. So thank you very much for watching. I've been redxparasite, signing out.